y'all? My name is Alashia Flora, or by my YouTube name Alashia Allure. I wanted to first dedicate this video to my grandmother Ella Joyce Flora. On August 2nd, she unfortunately passed away. It was very tragic for me and very traumatic for me and my family, but I found something positive from it, and I am starting this new journey because of you, Grandma. I love you so much. You're definitely my angel, and without you, I wouldn't even be making this video. I would be shooketh right now, but I know you're here with me in spirit, and I just want to say I love you, and I hope this video inspires and helps anybody, even if it just reaches one person, man. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate all of my subscribers, anybody who's watching me. I appreciate you and I appreciate it. Grandma, I love you. Rest in heaven, rest in love. Hi everybody, my name is Alashia, for those of you guys who do not know, and today I'm going to be talking about how I went from 220, and I'm 5'2", how I went from being 220 to now 145 to 140 to 145. So to start off, a lot of people ask me, how did you start to lose weight? And the first thing that I always say is always like a toxic relationship. You're not going to leave until you're ready to leave, just the same as losing weight. You're not going to start losing weight and exercising until you're ready to. And for me, I had to hit rock bottom, and for a lot of you guys who ask me, you guys have to hit rock bottom. Like, that's literally the only way. A person can motivate and inspire you as much as they want, but at the end of the day, if you're not ready, it's not going to happen. Like I said at the start of this video, I was 5'2", 220 pounds, and honestly, I lost my confidence. I was very insecure at the time. This is in 2017, so I was very insecure at the time. I just lost my confidence. It was to the point where I couldn't even really look at myself in the mirror. Like, it was really bad. So I had to hit rock bottom, and that basically was just me mentally trying to convince myself that I can do it, I am worthy, and that I can do this. Like, I deserve to be a better me. Just like in a toxic relationship, you deserve to be treated better, you deserve self-respect. And for me at the time, I didn't necessarily have that for myself. I always had self-respect, but for me it was more so I was so depressed, and I was so, you know, just down in the dumps. Like, I didn't really care about how I looked to other people. I didn't care about my appearance. I didn't care about how I looked on the inside. And that's another point. Just because you're beautiful on the outside, that does not mean that you're beautiful on the inside. And that's something that a lot of these models and just influencers in general sometimes lack. Like, sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and really just be like, have that moment with yourself, like, who am I, and try to figure yourself out from there. Don't try to portray something that you're not. So the first thing that I did was I started off walking. That's my first tip. When you're first starting off, it's okay to have body goals. It's okay to look at other people for inspiration, but start where you're prepared to start. Don't overextend yourself. Don't, you know, just don't. Start where you're comfortable. And for me, that was walking. So every day, literally every day, I walked for 15 minutes. I was living in apartments at the time, and so I went ahead and went to my clubhouse, which is like an apartment complex's like gym or slash pool area. I went there, and it was kind of small, so they didn't have a lot of stuff, but they had just enough stuff for me to get what I needed to get done. So I went ahead and walked for 15 minutes on the treadmill. I did not run. And the first place that I started to see progress and me being consistent, it took maybe like a week and a half maybe for me to start seeing progress in my face. My face was the first place that slimmed down for me, and that was what basically motivated me to keep going, because I was starting to see progress all in my face. I was like, okay, I'm getting slimmer. Like, just seeing that little bit, it definitely made all the difference in the world. So yeah, I started off doing 15 minutes. After the first week and a half to 2 weeks, I upped it up a notch. So after I started to walk, I went ahead and started to incorporate me jogging. Jogging. So I would walk for most of my time, but I would probably incorporate like a minute, and I would start to jog. And this is basically called HIIT cardio, where you kind of slow down your heart rate and then speed it back up slow it down, speed it back up. That's called HIIT cardio, and that's what's going to make you burn fat faster. I was doing that literally every day. For those of you guys who are just beginning, you don't have to go every day, but me personally, I went every day because the moment I don't go is the moment that everything just falls apart. So for me to stay consistent, I needed to go every day, and it was nothing for me to take out 15 to 30 minutes of my day to do so. And also at the time, I was working a full-time job, so my hours was 8 to 5 o'clock because I was working at a bank. I was a teller, so it was 8 to 5 o'clock, and then by the time I got home it was like 6. So I either went before I went to work, which I would get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym, or I would go after, which is like 7 or 8ish, and that's how I would end my day, or that's how I would start my day. So excuses is nothing. You cannot say I don't have time to go. You cannot say that, because you have to make time to go. If it's that serious to you, you have to make time to go. So I was doing HIIT cardio every single day, literally every single day, had no rest days. Sunday to Sunday, I was in the gym every single day. From that point, I started to work more on like different machines. So throughout all of this, from the time I started to like 4 weeks, I would just do cardio. And then after that point, I started to incorporate different machines. And also, when it comes to your diet, y'all, when it comes to your diet, you have to cut out all fast foods. You have to cut you have to cut it out. Like, it's not good for you. Don't even try to convince yourself that it is. It's really not. At this time, I would eat McDonald's, I would eat Wendy's, I would eat Burger King. Don't do it, y'all, because even now to this day, I don't eat fast food. The closest thing that I would eat to fast food is maybe like Chick-fil-A or Chipotle. Like, that's it. I don't eat McDonald's, I don't eat Wendy's, I don't eat any of that, because that's just bullshit food. So I cut off all fast food. I increased my water intake. So I would probably be drinking, I had like a little water bottle about this big, and I would probably drink maybe 4 to 5 of those a day. So whatever best fits you, go ahead and incorporate that into, or try to incorporate that into your schedule. It's definitely going to help. And another thing that helped me is get a cute water bottle. Get something with inspirational words. Get something of your favorite color. Get something that's actually going to want you, you know, it's going to catch your eye. You're always going to see it. Something that's going to motivate you. That's definitely important as well. So yeah, after like 2 to 3 months, I was definitely dropping weight. A lot of what I did was cardio, like literally cardio. But in the meantime, I kind of started to get obsessed with me losing weight. And this is what they don't tell you about losing weight. Losing weight is kind of portrayed to be like this great thing. Once you lose a few pounds, you're going to feel great, which might be the case. But for me, I lost a dramatic amount of weight, and I started to become obsessed with the scale. And what I mean by obsessed is I would go on the scale every single day, and I would monitor myself, and I would be like, did I lose a pound at least a day? Like, my goal was to lose a pound. I should be seeing the numbers drop every single day, and that's not healthy at all. That is not healthy. For me now, what I recommend is don't even look at the scale. You need to look at what you look like. You need to work on the areas that you need to work on. And yeah, because in the meantime, I started to develop body dysmorphia. And for those of you guys who do not know, I'll actually pull up the official definition. Okay, so body dysmorphia is a mental illness involving obsessive focus on a perceived flaw in appearance. The flaw may be minor or imagined, but the person may spend hours a day trying to fix it. The person may try many cosmetic procedures or exercise to excess. So that was definitely me. I didn't necessarily go to a doctor to get diagnosed, but I just knew that I had some type of something because I became obsessed. It was to the point where I would nitpick every flaw in myself, and it was very sad. It was very depressing. It made me anxious, and it got so bad to the point where I did not like I didn't like the way I looked. Even with me losing weight, I was losing weight, but I still kept like my same shape. And in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, if I lose weight, I'm gonna look like this. But really, I look like myself, but just slimmer. And so I hated it. I hated the way I looked. I hated the way everything. So it was to the point, like I said, where I couldn't even go to class. Like, I would skip class because I was obsessing over something so small, something that I just could not, I didn't want people to see it. Like, it was crazy. So for me, I wish somebody would tell me, you know, hey, it's okay. It's okay. You are a work in progress. It is a journey. Do not become obsessive. Do not become obsessive. Do not become obsessive with losing weight. It's one thing to have a goal, but do it healthy. Like, I was eating all the right things. I was eating very good. My diet was healthy. It was clean, but it was a little too clean. Like, I only intook vegetables and, you know, fruit. And when I got hungry, I would eat like the minimal amount. Like, don't do that, y'all. You want to nourish your body. You want your body to be happy to intake clean food. Do not starve yourself. Do not do any of that, because it is very bad for you, and it's crazy. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, but my camera cut off. So like I was saying, losing weight is nothing that can be done overnight. It's definitely a journey. It's a process. It's something that you have to go through, and you have to learn to appreciate the process. You have to learn to appreciate your body changing. Sometimes it could be in bad ways, sometimes it could be in good ways, but you have to appreciate and learn to love yourself no matter what. You have to learn to love yourself. And I think one thing that I've took out of this is to love yourself. I will look back at pictures sometimes and I'm just like, dang, like, I really didn't like the way I looked, but really I look so beautiful. And sometimes I feel like a big dump. Like, I feel like always appreciate where you're at right now, and appreciate it and love yourself. I'm actually going to answer some of you guys' questions to help me navigate this video a little better, because I want to answer any questions that you guys have, not just going off of my brain. So this girl asked, how many days did I work out during the week, or did I change my diet? What did I do to stay consistent? So I kind of mentioned this earlier. How many days did I work out during the week? I would work out every single day. Now I don't want to lose any weight. I love the way I am now, but I'm starting to tone up, and I actually want to build muscle. So now I only do cardio maybe once a week, maybe once or twice a week, maybe. But I focus on lifting weights and actually getting stronger instead of losing belly fat, which I still need to lose some fat, so that's why I do incorporate my cardio. But now I tend to focus on doing weights, lifting weights, and that's another video that I could cover if you guys want me to. But yeah, did I change my diet? Yes, I changed up my whole diet, lifestyle, everything. I incorporated more vegetables. I intook a lot of protein. Right now I'm polo pescatarian, so I only eat fish and chicken and turkey. Everything else I don't eat. But before I would eat like shrimp, chicken, turkey, pork, beef, all of that. So anything that you like, incorporate it, but cut out any of this stuff. Pretty much what I try to say is, everything that you don't want to eat when you're eating junk, you need to eat that. So that means like salads, that means vegetables, broccoli, green beans if you like it. I don't like green beans, y'all, but green beans. And then with protein, you can intake potatoes, all of that stuff. And then rice as well. I love rice. So yeah. And then what did I do to stay motivated and consistent? Another thing that I did was I went ahead and I looked up TED Talks. TED Talks, I love TED Talks because they're very motivational, like very motivational. So while I was on the treadmill, or even before I went to the gym, I would look up a TED Talk. Even if I can't physically look at it, I would listen to it like an audiobook almost. And their words and their messages would definitely motivate me to keep going and to look at my goals and see myself, you know, like even a week from now, just see myself being different. And one thing that I kind of motivated myself to think is I need to get better every day. Getting better every day consists of eating better and exercising so that I can reach my goal that I'm trying to reach. This one girl asked, did I have any loose skin? If so, how did I manage it? So I did have a little bit of loose skin in my belly area, and I was very insecure about that. I didn't have like a lot, you know, like how some people who lose like maybe 100 to 200 pounds. I didn't have that much, but I did have a little bit, and I still do have a little bit. But what I do is I try to like I said, intake a lot of water and not eat so much sugar. And when I work out, I wear like a waist trainer to target that specific area, which is my stomach. So me sweating more in that area because I have a waist trainer on, it helps that as well. So if you do have loose skin, I've never tried any like what is it, cream, loose skin cream, but I would just say if you have any loose skin, try to target that area more. Even if you have to, I know they have like little arm trainers. I'm not gonna say arm waist trainers, but it's kind of something that's going to help you target the area you're trying to lose weight in or have loose skin in. Another person asked, how did I even get started? And I already covered this, but how I got started is you have to hit rock bottom. You have to stop, like really, you just have to stop bullshitting. Like for real, y'all, like you have to stop bullshitting. As simple as it gets, you have to stop, and you have to want better for yourself. You can feel sorry for yourself day in and day out, but you have to want better for yourself. And yeah, let's see, I'm trying to cover, y'all, I got a lot. Like when I went viral on Twitter, and by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, definitely follow me at Alashia Allure. Also on Instagram too, it's Alashia Allure. When I went viral on Twitter, I'm gonna actually try and grab some questions from there. It's kind of been a while. This just goes to show how long this video is past due. Okay, right here. Go ahead and show you guys that too, so you guys could definitely follow me, y'all. Ring light is kind of in the way, but yeah, follow me. I kind of told my story, basically how I was depressed, how I withdrew from my college, and how I ended up going back because I lost weight and because I found my confidence in myself. I'm so sorry, y'all, my camera keeps cutting out, but I'm actually going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I gave you guys a little bit of insight on, you know, just my story, you know, how I did it, what I do, etc. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.